Hey babes, what's going on? It's your girl, that witch Dani. I know I'm in the babe cave. I am traveling right now, but back there soon. So I have been receiving an insane amount of downloads and a lot of really powerful, really strong ones at that. And I feel like I'm doing myself and truly all of you a disservice by not having shared them already. Um, I guess it's a difficult, position to be in, and it shouldn't. Because I should practice what I preach, right? Authenticity, balls out. I don't care what people think of me and the like. Um, but there's this other voice, right, that always creeps in and says, like, you're a single mom, you're responsible for all of these things, you have bills to pay, you can't alienate, your followers or the people that book you and support you, because that supports and is how you feed your children, and yourself. Um, but obviously, I'm regretting that now. And I don't think that that was necessarily the right choice. And I think I should have given the collective a lot more credit for what they're able to handle. So I apologize. I do, sincerely. Um, I know I talk a lot about what's going on here, Ascension, and I kind of talk about it flippantly, I feel like, and haven't really broken down what this really means and what's really going to happen here. Um, the whole purpose of Ascension, the whole point, right, is that historically, places like Atlantis, Lemuria, lots of other very, very advanced civilizations have reached the pinnacle on Earth, right? The pinnacle of what you can achieve here. The problem is that knowledge turned into it being used for the wrong things and in the wrong ways. Okay. Now, the powers that be, there is a council, okay, that governs everything that happens on every planet and every universe all the time. Okay. They cannot step in unless we're literally about to destroy the entire world. That is the only way. So when Atlanteans, who were insanely advanced and had the ability to use crystals in a way we can't even imagine yet, but we will, they had developed the ability to accomplish things and do things they were never supposed to be able to do. And it's not that the information wasn't cool or that they weren't supposed to, have figured out the tech or something like that. It was just supposed to be used in a different way and not for quote unquote evil. I just had this Mojo Jojo moment. Like, Mojo Jojo, Powerpuff Girls, anybody? Anybody? Clearly a buttercup. Um, so, sorry. Let me get back on track. Um, they're very upset. They were very upset with us over the atomic bomb. That was technology that was supposed to be used for something else, not for what it ended up being used for. We're very much on the precipice of this happening again right now, are we not? Now, what happened to Atlantis and all of the others is that they they had sort of, grown beyond their expectation and they needed to be checked. So they were eliminated, they were wiped out, and lots of other civilizations too. The survivors of Atlantis are the ones that built the pyramids. That's how they were able to do that all that time ago without modern technology like cranes and shit, right? Okay. All right. If you're still with me, welcome. You might be a star seed. I am too. Can we get over the stigma of that being a big deal? Pleiades. How about you? Um, there was like an explosion. There was something that happened, and it was so vast and humongous and big and explosive that it carved the Sahara Desert. It caused the Sahara Desert, which is enormous and still there all this time later. Um, we were getting close to being wiped out. It's not that the Mayan calendars and things were wrong. It's just that the timing was changed. So I always tell you guys, like, time is fluid. Time exists nowhere but on the earth. We're the only people that found a way to measure something that does not exist. Okay. So time is bullshit, right? It's all happening at the same time. Time sort of works in a spiral. Anyway, there are beams of light that are being shot down to earth, and they're going to intensify majorly. What's going to happen is it's going to cause a separation between 3D Earth and 5D Earth. Those that are so deeply steeped in negativity, so you can see all of the channeling I've been doing, those that are so deeply steeped in negativity will live out the rest of their lives on old Earth. Those that have awakened and are willing to do shadow work and live from love and forgiveness and all of the things that we preach will ascend to 5D Earth, and 5D Earth will live in 1,000 years of peace. The direct message I heard was, if you think Katrina was bad, this will be worse, and simultaneously happening all over the world in our cities. That's for those that don't go to the New Earth. We, meaning people like me, and very likely you, have to be the voice of reason, the calm in the chaos. Half the people of Earth, half, won't be making it to New Earth. There will be tremendous loss. Earth is the most difficult place in the entire universe. It's the densest planet. We're the heaviest and densest in our bodies here. We experience things that don't happen anywhere else. It is the heaviest and most difficult in our entire universe. Those loaded down with too much karma from past lives, etc., there's no time left to pay that off. There's just not enough time. They will stay in 3D Earth. And, Earth is school. We all know that, right? Earth is school. But here's the catch. What I didn't know before this download was that, yeah, I knew, you sign up for Earth School, whatever, you come here, you fill out your checklist. If you didn't do it, you got to go back around. It's bigger than that. When you sign on to do Earth School, you're signed on until you finish all of Earth School, not just these lessons that you might have picked for this life. And then you could be like, yeah, I don't want to do that again. Earth blows. I don't want to go back there. You can't do that. We're not allowed to do that. You have to finish it out all the way. What is all the way? How big is all the way? How long is that? I can't answer that. It's different for everybody. How soon, how quickly do you and easily do you learn lessons? How good are you at closing out cycles, letting things go that don't serve you, being grateful for them, releasing them in love, moving on to the next, right? Sometimes it could take us many, many lifetimes to conquer one shadow, one lesson, for whatever reason, just, and that's okay. We have eternity. Body pain. Now, this is not just now, although Ascension symptoms are pretty big right now and profound, but in general, anything wrong in your body, aches, pains, they are all messages based on where in the body you're feeling them. Ringing in the ears is an adjustment to the frequency changes. Your body is adjusting to the shifts, unless you were born after 2003, because you were already born with the 5D sort of consciousness DNA, right? And cells. The rest of us have to go through it, and it's not easy. All right. It's physically not easy. It's sickening and painful a lot of the time. But high blood pressure, heart palpitations, dizziness, depression, and joint aches and pains are like the number one side effects of sort of ascension. But I'm also talking about the body as a whole. There is an energetic reason and a message in every illness you ever have. Now, I'm not saying that that means that medicine shouldn't exist. That's not what I'm saying. Alternative medicine, holistic medicine, which I've been in that field for over 20 years, is meant as a preventer. It's prevention treatment. Once you're ill, you're ill. Now you need medical intervention. Okay, so I'm not. Please ride the line here with me. Um, In the upper astral, this is basically where the schools are when we're not on Earth. There are these huge temples with these giant pillars that exist, okay? And there's a healing temple, and you can go there at night while you're alive. You can go there, and you go there when you die too, to quickly sort of, it looked like a human car wash for me. I got like a whale wash vibe from that movie. Working at the car wash. What was that movie? You don't know. I don't know. With the whale wash, whatever. All right. Bear with me. It gave me that vibe, but it was for the soul. Okay. It's gonna screen, like, clean you up, scrub you up, shine you up, buff you up nice. Okay, and put you back out. Okay. That is the vibe I got. Um, so you guys, I have no choice but to be me. Like, y'all chose to follow me. Like, what's the matter with you? Um, but there is this dome shaped structure there, and you can go there for healing at night when you're not well on Earth, and even for emotional healing and shadow healing. Okay, so ask to have that happen while you're sleeping. It's truly truly beautiful. There are these, like, how do I want to describe them? There's like these beautiful stones in the center of them, right? Sort of Merkaba-ish, but not quite. Or mandala, I should say. I'm wearing a Merkaba right now. Can you guys see them? Okay. Um, and you stand at the center of it, and you become bathed in this beautiful light, the healing light that you need for whatever's going on. You can picture it. You can go there at night and ask for healing. Okay. And this will continue on New Earth and in the next dimension. This is the first time in the history of the universe that this is ever happening. No planet has ever changed its frequency from 3D to 5D or from anything to anything. All right. This is a really big deal. So the entire universe is watching. They're all enthralled with it, right? Um, there was a call that went out, and only pure souls could respond, looking for volunteers to assist Earth with Ascension, with what's going on right now. And there were 3 waves of star seeds that came in. They are light bodies, they're from other dimensions, mostly have never been on Earth. Some have never even left the side of God, source, whatever you call it. And they heard the call. Earth is in trouble. Will you volunteer? Earth is in trouble. Will you volunteer? Does that resonate? Do you feel that somewhere? Do you think I'm bananas? Huh? They came in at different times, but the first wave was born at the end of the Second World War, and they don't like it here. They've had a very, very hard time. Many tried to commit suicide or were successful in that, but they were the trailblazers, and we owe them a lot, right? They had to be the first ones, the guinea pigs in a way. The second wave, like me and probably many of you, we're the generators, we're the channelers, we're the antennas. We are very gentle, and we are meant to help everyone. And we cannot be around those that are not gentle, or around energies that are not gentle. Can't handle violence and things like that. We can't. Now, the third wave are the new children, the indigo children, if you will. They are the hope of the world, you know, born after between, starting from 2003, which is when this whole process began. My children, my beautiful Gwyneth was born 2004. So my kids fall into this. Um, they were born ready. They were born starseed. They were born with ascended DNA. Okay. I think I'm going to leave this video there. Um, I do have a lot more to share with you. Um, and of course, new moon and Cancer too. But let's go a little at a time. Let's dissect this all together. All right, I'm here for you guys, especially those that are newly awakening. Welcome. It's going to be happening a lot now because we're running out of time. All right. So when this happens, when Earth separates, the best advice I can give you is to go and never look back. Just go and stay in love always, always from love. All right. All right. I've got a lot more to share with you guys, but we'll get there. Love and light. Star seeds.